Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'll walk you through the same logistic regression that we went through in my previous section. I am going to repeat the same, but this time we are going to do it in a Jupyter notebook. So to do that, go to your terminal, type Jupyter notebook, and this should launch your Jupyter notebook over here. I have already added the two files, the CSV file as well as the logistic regression file, which we had explained in the previous session. What we'll do is we'll have a look at this social network ads file. Let me open it. So as you can see from the file, the first column is user ID and the second column is gender, male or female, age, estimated salary, and whether this is the label which says whether it's purchased or not. If you have a glance at the data, this is to see whether there are any null values or missing values in your data set. It seems that there are no null values, and you can see that roughly around 400 values are present in this data set. And also you may be interested in gender, age and estimated salary, and or you could just use age and estimated salary and then let's predict whether he's going to purchase this particular item or not. 1 meaning he's going to purchase and 0 meaning he's not going to purchase. So what we are doing today is a binary logistic regression. Even though we call it regression, it's a classification algorithm. Let's begin with opening a new notebook. You can name it logistic, and now in this notebook all your new bars, you can click here outside so that the bar becomes blue, and when it becomes blue, if you press B, it's going to create new bars, or you can create them using insert and then insert above or below, and also you can press this plus button to insert the new bar. So what we'll do is we are going to import our libraries. Let's save some time by copying this. So once we import the library, we have all the libraries, but in Jupyter notebook we have to the plots will not be visible unless we type this line of code matplotlib inline. So this will basically plot all your plots or graphs in your console. Next, what we have to do is we have to read the data set. That's correct. So let's initialize the data set is equal to, we are going to use our read CSV and give the file name, which is over here. This is our file name. So enter. Once we do that, let's examine our data set. Dataset.head, control enter will execute, and head is going to return you the first 5 rows. It seems that it's been loaded. We want this X value, so this is like 0, 1, 2 and 3 column. So capital X is equal to dataset.ilog, column number 0, 1, 2 and 3. So you want all the rows, comma, column 2 and 3, and your Y variable is your last column, and that is equal to dataset dot index location, all the rows, and the last column you can show it by -1. Enter, and you have to examine the values. You can type x.head. So values are available. Now type y.head. Values are also available. So next thing what we are going to do is, since these scales are quite different, we are going to standardize the scale. For doing that, we can check or we can import from sklearn pre-processing, import standard scaler, and first we have to initialize it. I'll write it as st, and we will use this to initialize it. So your class is being initialized. Now standard scalar dot, you can do fit transform, and to check what are the variables that it's going to take, you can enter shift tab and it will show you what are the variables it's going to take. You want to use x, so here we are going to enter x and you're going to assign it to x. So enter. Let's see if our variables are actually standardized. Okay, there is no head because it has converted into an ND array. So that means we can just enter it and you can see that they are standardized. Next, what we want to do is import our logistic regression from sklearn dot linear model import logistic regression. So you have your logistic regression class now. You have to initialize it. So what we'll do is we are going to have a logistic regressor reg, and we'll use logistic regression initializes, and shift tab will give me what are the parameters that I can pass, and we'll leave it at default values. And let's see what we can do about it. Now your regressor, let's train your regressor. For that we are going to use the fit method, and you are going to pass your x. We have not split the data because we have hardly much data, so your regressor is being trained. Now what you can do is lg underscore regressor dot control tab, or just tab will give me all the values that I can use, and I'm going to use the score. Control tab again, so x and y values. So we are going to pass x and y and see how this regressor is going to work. So this regressor has given us a good fair estimate of around 84%, and let's see how we can predict the values. Let's say y underscore predict, or y underscore pred is enough. Y, so our logistic regressor dot predict, it has a function predict, and just see what parameters you have to pass. You have to pass the x. So your y underscore predict is having an array. What we can do is we can generally plot it. So we can use plt dot plot and pass the arguments. So we can pass y comma y underscore pred. I'm not sure whether this is the plot which you want to see. Okay, this is not the plot that we want to see. So in this case what we can do is we can see what kind of plot we can plot. So I am not going to use this plot which we have done in the previous class, or let me show it to you. So in this case we have to do a few minor adjustments because our x train and x test has not been split. And then where is our model? Okay, model is trained. The classifier is not mentioned, so we have to replace this classifier with our classifier. So this classifier has to go as this, and enter, and you see that it has fairly classified your data into red and green regions, or two classes. So this is the binary classification that we have done here. What I want to see is if I can plot these two values, right? So let me see if I can import Seaborn as SNS, and let's see if Seaborn has some plotting that we can use. Maybe not a bar chart, maybe a line. Okay. Pair plot. Let's see what this does. It's a module dot. Okay. SNS dot bar plot is available, but I don't think so this is what we want. Anyways, this is just for our practice. We'll just plot it and see what it throws out. This actually doesn't make much sense, plotting a bar plot on it. Y itself has a plot. It's a kind is a line. So this is your Y values, and let's see if I don't think so Y pred will have a plot, but yes, I'm sure it doesn't have a plot attribute because it's a numpy array, and this is it's a pandas data frame, I'm guessing. Let's check that. Type Y. Yeah, it's a pandas score series data type, and your Y pred is a numpy ND array. So in this case, let's see, a quick Google search should give us some values. Logistic regression output in pandas. So this is how normally we work. Stack Overflow is one of the best places where you can look for your outputs. Okay, this is where we get all these new ideas that we can do. Let me try a different thing. Let me see what Seaborn offers. Seaborn plot X versus Y. Or let me search a Seaborn line plot. Simple line plot using Seaborn. Okay, and this is a Seaborn documentation. Okay, this guy has used just a plot, plt.plot. This has Seaborn as a gallery where you can see all this, all this nice graphs, and you can look at them and predict which one you want. This is a cool plot. It's a LM plot. LY show the results of okay. Let's see whether we can plot this. So this is just you can stop watching this video. This from here on we are just trying to figure out what are the things that we can do. So let's pass. Okay, I also have to see if I can index it this way. Yes, I can do that. So let me select this and plot X versus Y and see how the plot looks. Okay, it says it's not callable, so we go back here. It's a LM plot, not just plot, it's LM plot. So we go back here again, use LM plot, enter. LM plot missing one required pollution. Okay, data is a must over here. So it's taking the data and then you pass the column names. So that is how the LM plot is been programmed. Anyways, you guys have seen this chart, how it is represented. So that's all guys for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great time.